Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Citadelum. Now, last time we got our little city set up, we've got loads of temples in now and a nice number of houses that are steadily upgrading. We do have some unemployment, but we are going to deal with that very soon. We need bread, and we also need bread again, and fish fillets. So bread is going to be our next thing to do, as well as building the armor workshop and the bow workshop. And actually, we're going to start with that. So if we go to our military, you can see here we need to build some stuff. These are all infantry training buildings, so I think I'm in the wrong tab. Yes, here we go. The bow workshop and the armor workshop. Now the armor workshop is going to go pretty close to our iron ore production, and as you can see we are still able to do that. Then we are going to build our bow workshop, and we want this to be quite close to our woodworking stuff. Then we are going to need an armory, which is going to store everything, but we need some stone slabs for that, so we're going to let things run a little bit. And as you can see, we are fully stocked up apart from those new jobs that we've just created. So we should get the stone brick very quickly because we produce 240 of those per day, so that shouldn't take us very long. And oh, we've got a murder. Oh dear, murder in my peaceful little town. How dare you? Right, we're going to leave it as it is. We're going to let the we are now losing a bit of money per day, but that's due to the residents are not happy because of a lack of employment. Well, we'll put you into jobs then. God, very demanding. That means my wages go up as well though. Now we do need to get our patrician housing upgraded so we can get some more patricians moving in. If you have a look here, they are all fully occupied. We could build some more patrician housing actually, that might help us out. But at the moment I'm trying to get more people moving into the current ones and upgrade them as we go. So looking at our food production, we do need a bakery. So I think that's going to be a new building for us to put in. Now the bakery here, we can put just on the edge there, but I'm going to put it here. Bakery just goes there, and then we could do with something else. What do we need? We need fish fillets. Yes, that's right. So we'll build a fishing dock, and we can build that. It needs to be on the... Ooh, that is just in the range of stuff, so that's good. And then we'll put a fishmonger right next to it. So we are going to need to build some roads here. It's going to be a bit of a weird one. So again, we'll put a road here and a road here, and that gets us all linked up. Now we do run into an employment issue, but you can see we are producing armor and bows. We still need to build our little armory here, so we can now put that in, and that's going to go right there so we can actually store the goods that we produce. And we should now have to move around some employment. So I'm going to drop a couple of people out of the bow workshop, and they should immediately go into working in the fishmonger and the armory. And yeah, that's good. Now our bakery is also up and running. I've just put that in down there, so they're making 20 bread per day. And if we have a look, our patricians and our plebeians consume quite a bit of bread per day. So if we have a look at our resources here, we consume 90 bread per day and 50 fish fillets per day. So that does mean we're going to need to get more people working in the bakery, but we can't do that right now because we are currently short of plebeians. This one needs to upgrade, so they do need some cabbages. If we have a look at our cabbage production, it's still going pretty strong. Same with onions. We do need cabbages and bread. So I think looking at it, bread is going to be the thing that we really need to focus on, and we can't actually upgrade any more of our housing. So the patricians that we've currently got, if we can get them upgraded a little bit more, we should be able to bring in some more taxes, because that is going to become an issue. We'll let the armor continue to build up. We do need to build an acting school, so I'm going to build that around the corner here, and then a theatre. Now we don't have enough resources for the theatre right now, but that will allow us to accommodate 2 actors and get them trained so that we can start hosting some nice events. Then we want to build some more plebeian housing, I think, and I'm going to try and put some here. They've got a decent range of stuff access, so we'll put that there, and I guess we can just about squeeze one in there with a road that links up in that direction. Great. So now we can get some more plebeians moving in, and that should allow us to get a lot more stuff. So our granary is well stocked, but I think here we don't have enough space to store more stock of outbound resources, and that has throttled the production for some strange reason, because our granary, we can't keep up with the demand. Anyway, it's time to get serious. We'll need to train soldiers, both to defend our city and to kill the enemies in the region. In order for new aspiring soldiers to arrive, we will have to build a recruits barracks. Once the recruits arrive, we can assign them to the training we want. We'll simply have to build a training building, and then we'll be able to determine how many soldiers we want to train, as soon as we've got recruits available, as well as the necessary equipment and resources. They will be automatically assigned to begin their training. You should also know that you can increase and decrease the priority of the training, so you can control which types of soldiers you want to train first. Soldiers will be waiting at the deployment camp on the map of the region just outside the city, ready for you to incorporate them into a legion. You'll have to train different types of soldiers depending on the needs of your armies. In addition, you should also train explorers to discover the map and guards for the defense of the city. Great. So we do need to build a recruits barracks and an archer trainer building. So we're going to put our recruits barracks in right here, and the archery training is going to go... Ooh, where can we put that? We'll put it at the back here, or can we put it there? Ah, here. That's a good place for it. There we go. So we get our recruits in, and you can see we have 1 recruit out of 7, 2 now, and then we will queue up. I want to train 10 archers. There we go. Excellent. And that will fulfill that objective. Now, if we go to our management window, you can see we can now produce a few more, get more people working in jobs. But it was the bakery that I really wanted to push up. So there we go. Now if we have a look at our bakery, you can see we are producing 80 bread per day, but we're consuming 95. So we are going to need some more, another bakery built. So let's get that done. So you can see, again, we come in, we build a new bakery there, and I think we're probably going to need a new granary. Don't know what I was saying there or how that came out of my mouth, but it was very strange. So I'm going to put a granary here. I think that should still be in range of stuff to stop it getting messed around, and then we will put someone to work. We'll drop a couple out of the winery and then put them into the granary, and then I think we can probably drop from somewhere else. We'll drop a few from the armory and the bow workshop, put them into the bakery. There we go. And then the granary, we've got 1 unemployed, so we'll stick them in the fishing dock. There we go. Right, okay, good. So now we're consuming 5 bread per day. We've got 1 unemployed citizen, so again, we can move them into the winery. And if I have a look at my region map, Valetium, you can see here, we are producing 55 units of wine per day. So I'm going to set up a trade route to sell 30 units of wine per day to Valetium. Then we're going to have our explorer go into some more territory. You can see our legion is now on the map here. And if we go into our settlement again, we should now be training some archers. So we've got 10 archers currently being trained. There's 4 already being trained there, and you can see we're getting some more recruits coming in, and that will continue to do some training there. Great, so it looks like everybody's pretty happy now. Our patricians are getting just about enough bread, and then the fish. Let's have a look at our fish. We are still producing 20 per day, but consuming 50, so I think we're going to need more people working as fishmongers and more in the fishing dock. So let's have a look at how that changes things. We produce 80 but consume 50. Great. So now everybody should be fulfilled in their productions and their needs and stuff, which means we should start seeing some upgrades happening. We can't do that though until we get some decorative stuff in. So I'm going to put this statue down here, and we'll put it here next to the tavern. That patrician house should now upgrade once it's got the resources that it requires. The market, it's out of range of the market, so I think we'll move this again to here, and then we'll put in another patrician house right there and another one right there. Then we've got the tax office obviously, and I think we can actually put some decorative items here as well. So let's get this going in on the corner, and then we can put in a fountain here and a nice little garden, and then garden here, and a fountain there. Cool. Then I'm gonna put in another fountain here, another fountain here, and some more gardens. There we go. We create this lovely little area there, and around the back here we can actually do something there. So these guys require some decorative items just to boost that. So I'm going to put the lion statue right here, and we'll put this in, and then a couple of gardens to finish it all off. Lovely. Right, okay, so they're going good. We get more patricians moving in, more workers moving in, and we can probably top out all of our employment now. But that means we are going to need to do some adjustments. Right, okay, so fish and bread. I think we're probably going to need another fishmonger. We've got 2 more archers left to train, so let's put another fishmonger in. We're going to put the fishmonger here. And I think we should... Let's have a look at our fish. We do produce 100 a day and we consume 25. So the fish fillets as well, we can now have more people working in the fishmongers. And probably it means that, you know, two fishmongers can be sustained by... Oh, actually, no. Our fishing can sustain quite a lot of fish filleting. The bakery, on the other hand, we're probably going to need to build another one of those. So let's build a 3rd bakery. And I quite like this. It's quite easy to deal with. So we'll get another bakery in there, more people working in that, and we probably now need to put in another granary because you can see people are struggling to cope with the demand there. So we'll build a 3rd granary. Then we can get anyone else who comes in to work in that space. We'll add in the employment so that when people move in, they'll go straight into that job. And we have now reached prestige level 6. We've unlocked the arena, we've unlocked the gladiatorial school, so lots going on, but we do want to build a theatre as soon as we've got some more stone bricks. And we have 2 more archers left to train, so that is looking really good. Let's go to our region map. We're going to continue exploring. We want to go over here now. Back to our settlement, which is looking really nice. I'm really enjoying this game. I think it's so good. There's lots to do. Obviously, they've also, in case you hadn't realised, or in case you just flat out didn't know, we now have custom maps already, which is great because it means people can design and play on community-based maps. So they're already starting to build a nice community. So we must not waste time or they might attack the settlement. You must take the initiative and annihilate the enemies on the map of the region. To deploy troops, you must go to the region map. Once in this view, at the bottom of the screen, you can see 2 buttons. One of them to deploy explorers and another for legions. Deploying explorers is simple. You have to have some soldiers of this class and decide in which of the territories you've discovered you want to place them. In the case of legions, we can choose the soldiers that compose them and decide the territory where to deploy them. Also, you should know that you can reinforce the troops deployed on the map of the region. If you press the button under each legion, you can choose which soldiers to add to increase their military power. Okay, so we need to reinforce a legion with 10 archers. That's what we're going to do. We're going to head on over to our region map. We're going to go to this legion here. We will click on the reinforce button and we will add in the 10 archers that we've just trained to take our legion size up to 45. It's time to take action. You've got everything you need to fight the enemy. To initiate an engagement, you must move a legion into the territory where the enemy is located. Once you choose which troop to face, a window opens where you can see the information about your units and those of the enemy. You can also start the battle in this window. So it's pretty simple. We can just move our units around, but at the moment I can't see any enemies. So we need to do some more exploring. So I think what the best thing to do is find some more jobs for our citizens, actually, because my word, we are now running out. We've got 7 unemployed citizens. What do we really need? What could we really do with? Another cabbage farm. That might be good. Another cabbage farm. Yeah, right. Okay, cabbages. We'll get another cabbage orchard up and running. We're going to put that here. Will it fit in there? No, it won't. Will it fit here? It does fit there, but then the bakery's in the way. I don't have space to build a road around the back there, so I think we'll go here. And then we will add in a road going along there. Excellent. Right, now, cabbage. Where are we? 3 working in there. We've got 7 spare. I wonder if we could get another tax office. Have a look at these houses. Yeah, we do need more cabbages, so that's done. Wheat is okay. Melons are okay. Onions fine. Cabbages fine. Fish and bread is okay. Grapes, fish, yeah, all good. Wine is fine as well. Carrots, they're okay too. Right, a new territory's been discovered, so let's go over to our region map. We're going to head on over here. Keep going. We are making 88 per day. I think we are going to finally build our theatre now. And you can see it has a huge area of effect. So we're going to put our theatre... Ooh, I like that. Right there next to the temple. And then we can run a road all the way along the back here. have that link up with the theatre as well. Now, we can now select our 2 actors and have an event. We have a look at our management window. Do we have to have people working in the theatre? No, we don't. Right, okay, good. So what's next for our patricians? They do need more cabbages, they need more bread, and they need more fish. But they've got that, so they should upgrade pretty soon. And the next kind of... Ooh, okay, over here, their zone desirability is pretty low. So let's see what we can do to increase that. I'm going to run a nice thing up the top there. And that should... See that get upgraded. So eggs. Right, that's good, because that means we now know we can build a chicken farm at the back here. And we can then have people working in that. So we're just slowly working out what the next steps are. But you can see here we've got 12 unemployed citizens that we're going to need to find jobs for. And I guess maybe we could do a furniture workshop. So we'll get someone working in that. And then a weaver. A flax field might be useful. So we'll put the flax field in. And then we can put a weaver at the back here. But we've got to remember, this is all impacting our log production. They are still making 240 a day, but we do need to be very careful of that. So, flax field in, and a weaver in, and then the furniture workshop. Right, we are still stocked up and we have 4 unemployed people. Okay. So I guess we should have a look at what buildings we can put in place again. Maybe we do a swordsmith there. And then get some people making swords. There we go. We are now fully stocked up. So what I'll also do then is I'll go to my... we can't go to our... We need a new training building. But look, 744 per day now. We are in profit. And quite a significant amount of profit as well. Our patrician housing is ready for upgrade. They just need some facilities. We've got access to the theatre now. There is a show currently on. And yeah, this is good. We're making absolute bank here. So we're going to have our explorers move here. Then we're going to have our legion move into this territory. I reckon we should speed things up because we're looking really good right now. And I think we're probably ready to push on and do some battles. Let's go back to our settlement. I am going to build a brand new military training building. We will train a infantry. Put it there. Then once that's built, I'll have a look at what I need. I need a shield. So we will create a materials production for a shield workshop. Put the shield workshop down there. Then we can actually have people going to work in the shield workshop. And we can train some infantry. I want to train 10 infantry. So once we've built some shields, we're going to make 32 a day of them. We can then produce some more infantry at our training buildings. Thanks to the recruits barracks, we're making a load of money per day now from exports and taxes. The patricians being very happy has been a huge thing. So that's something that I'll definitely focus on in the future. We're making a load of wheat, although we are consuming quite a bit now. So that's something to be aware of. Let's have a look at the gods. Who's happy? Everyone's pretty happy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold a... I'm going to speak to Mars. Where's Mars? Temple of Mars. There we go. Let's hold a festival for Mars. For a quarter of a day. See if we can get the blessing of Mars. He might have our training happen a little bit quicker. So I'm going to train another 10 infantry. So that'll take us up to 15. And then Mars is now happy. So we'll have him come down and give us a blessing. I think, I'm hoping anyway, he will help us train things very quickly. So looking over here, we've got, yes, he is training. Did he just instantly train some? I think he did. Yeah, he instantly trained some and he's given us 6 archers as well by the looks of things. Amazing. Right, okay. So now we've got 21 units ready to deploy. So we go to our region, you can see we've now discovered a Pani. So we're going to need to go back and we're just going to continue heading back and then unlock this new region here. And I think this could be it. This could be where we then get our battle. Right, we've got a load more infantry and archers there. Obviously, we're going to continue training as well. So while we're training, got 4 left to train there. I'm going to speed that up. and then we should get a new region discovered. We're making a lot of money per day, which is fantastic. So our flax field is now producing stuff. I mean, we have no use for the stuff that we're making right now in terms of the materials, but you can see we're getting a load of clothing that we don't actually have any demand for at this moment in time. But maybe once the patricians get upgraded, get a little bit more. There's milk, so they now want milk as well. We have 4 unemployed people, so let's go to our materials. Food. We'll get a cow farm built. I think we can... Ooh, we've got some... Oh, this is bad. I'm going to rebuild there. We'll rebuild there. We need a engineer's post then. So now you can see... Oh, oh god. Hang on, are they out of reach of fire as well? Let's have a look. Warehouse, sawmill. Iron mine, fire station. No, they are in range of the fire station, so that should be fine. That should get sorted. It did fall down though, so we're going to rebuild it. Thankfully, we've got resources to do that with, but that was a little bit nerve-wracking. We'll get rid of the flax and the weaver. And then I think we could maybe get rid of the armory as well. And the Ooh, no, we keep the warehouse. We'll take 2 out of the furniture workshop, and then we can put people into the cow farm. And I guess we'll drop some from the swordsmith. We'll drop 1 from the swordsmith. There we go, right. So the cow farm will now start producing milk. If we have a quick look at the milk production, we are producing 148, consuming 140. There's been a theft. Enemy raid risk is pretty high. People's favour, though, really good. Now, if we go to our region map, you can see there is an enemy there. So we're going to reinforce our legion with the 4 remaining troops. And then we are going to head into a battle. All right, it's fight time. And I think we're probably going to sweep the map now with whatever's left. So here we go. Our swordsmen are going to go right along the front there. It's very simple. You draw a line and then you kind of work out how much size you're going to put in. So I'm just going to do a nice big row of swordsmen, and then I'm going to back them up with archers. We're going to start the battle. They just automatically move in, and then you can pick and choose who to fight. You can maneuver them bit by bit. So we're going to try and flank here with these guys, and then just have them start firing, and it should very quickly result in a victory for us. We lost 1 unit, I think. Ooh, we lost 5. Okay, but that's fine. So that's an account of the soldiers who lost their lives. Then we can move in. We've now claimed this region, and we should now be able to continue moving on. So we'll go and explore that territory. There's been a theft, of course, we know that, but it's not much of a problem. And yeah, we're looking pretty good. We now have 7 military units ready for training, but we don't need to train anyone yet. We're making plenty of money, and it's all very, very, very promising for us at this moment in time. The tavern's looking good. We've got loads of stuff happening and loads of resources. We found a relic. Ségur. You can feel the weight of this ceremonial axe in the hands of the explorers. An impressive blade used to sacrifice bulls in ancient rites and also symbolizes war. Now we can give this to Mars, or we can give it to, like, any of them really. I am going to give it to... We'll give it to Jupiter, and then we'll get a blessing of Jupiter. I don't know what Jupiter's blessing will be, but let's find out. Could be useful. Could be very useful. Looks like he's doing something to our housing. Is he just fulfilling all of their needs? Down here, what's he doing here? He's giving them milk. Yeah, he's giving them... fulfilling a lot of their needs, actually. So that could be good. That's something that we could use later on down the line. I like that. Right, so our explorer's going to head off. It looks like our legion can then just advance behind the explorer. Now, I've not actually found anywhere that is going to trade us. So we can sell silk to a Pani, but we want to buy silk. So I imagine the more regions we unlock, can't sell or buy silk from these guys. So I reckon whatever this region is or whatever's further on, that's where we're going to be able to buy the silk that we need to send to Rome. So we're going to speed things up. Jupiter, yes, will honour your citizens with his presence and increase the people's favour. So you can see here the favour is pretty high. We could actually lower our taxes, but I'm not sure how we do that. Do we just do that in the tax office? No, we don't. That's okay. We can work that. It might be in the management window, actually. Let's have a look. Economy. Yes, so we can reduce the taxes here. That should see people... Yeah, guess that works. How do we change the wages then? Jobs. Ah, yes, wages. There we go. So we can boost the daily salary as well and keep everyone really happy then. So that's good. Right, if we go back to our region map, you can see there's an enemy here. So we're going to go and battle them. Right, what I want to do now is then I am going to have my infantry. If there's a way to split them up, what I'd quite like to do is I'd like to have my infantry kind of start here. We're going to try and put like 18 there. And then the remaining 12 there. And then my archers are going to go here in smaller banks as well. Like that. Then we'll start the battle. These guys are going to come in, and I'm going to have these archers just move around here.
Very well.
We're around the side.
We're on it.
I'm going to have these archers come around here.
Without question. Yes.
And they're all going to start firing. Oh yeah, very nice. I mean, we've lost most of our infantry there, so it wasn't the best tactical maneuver from me. I probably should have put the archers a bit further forward so I could get them into position quicker. We lost 22 of our infantry, so not the best battle, but we do win the day in the end, and we have unlocked a new area where we can buy everything that we need. So then we just go back into our region, let things speed through. We should have that silk bought very quickly. At the end of the day, we're about a quarter of the way through day 8, but you can see our people's favour is very high. We're able to actually reduce our taxes and increase our wages, which is fantastic. If we get a few more plebeians in, we'll actually hit prestige level 7, which is great as well. This has ended up being a really, really successful playthrough of the second part. Our patrician housing has also upgraded, so we now have quite a few, you know, more increased patricians in there. We can actually go to decorative. We'll put a gladiator statue in here. And another one in here. Then we can put in like a brick gate or a brick wall. We put in this. I really like these. They're a really good way to get things upgraded very quickly. Just by giving you covered shelter for your citizens. And that'll come right up again. You can see now we've created this really nice looking little Roman forum that goes all the way up to the tax office. I mean, not the best place to have it in, but look, they've got lovely pools now in our patrician housing. How cool is that? Private pool. Love it. Love it. We can now send our silk to Rome. And the mission accomplished. You've completed all the objectives of the mission. Rome awaits you. Go to Capitoline Hill to start the victory parade, followed by your best men, and celebrate this success. So I hope you've enjoyed it. We've now completed the prologue of Citadelum, and now the tough stuff happens. We go into the main campaign. So I hope you can join me for the next one. This has been a lot of fun. It's really quite nice to manage and easy to manage things once you get kind of the hang of things. Everything's presented very well to you, so it's well worth checking out. Do pick it up. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.